Hey you. Yeah, you, watching this video right now. It doesn't matter if you clicked it, or maybe you got it in your recommended. Doesn't really matter, we're here now. My name is... Actually, doesn't matter who I am. What matters is my plan. And my plan was to do a let's play of Darksiders 2, a game I hadn't played in a couple of years. Unfortunately, it didn't work out the way I expected it to, but I was quite happy with what I recorded, so I thought, why not put it out there? Maybe you could put me on your second screen. I don't mind being second monitor content. Let's jump into this wacky world where we are the horsemen of the apocalypse, and one of the most powerful forces of nature, death. Let's go with nightmare. I don't know why. Aye.
Some say the horseman war triggered the apocalypse, that he rode to Earth unbidden and doomed all of mankind. Let us now cast our gaze to one amongst the four, not War, who lies chained at the Council's feet, professing his innocence, but one who would save his brother above all else. He has many names: Kinslayer, Executioner, Death.
That intro still hits so differently after all these years.
To bargain for war's freedom,
Oh, the
Death
music.
swore that he would resurrect
Oh god, the art style. Oh, everything is just
knew not
chef's
how this
kiss.
might be done. And so Death rode forth into the icy veil to find the keeper of secrets.
Guy is so cool. Right. Our first steps as a rider. I just love how vibrant the environment is, even though it's kind of like a gloomy area. It's not exactly, you know, a flower garden. It's an icy wasteland. And still, it's funny how death, or despair even, the horse is like the brightest thing that you'll see for miles. Okay, cool. Oh, I forgot how basic the combat was in the beginning until you get all your moves, but oh my god, it's satisfying. I was so torn up about what game I should be playing, because it's difficult when you have a Steam library and you look at all your games and you're just kind of paralyzed because there's so many and you're just thinking, well, I've only got, you know, this amount of time. What do I play? And yeah, it was kind of up between, I just wanted something a bit more engaging. So that kind of took away all the MMOs and all the battle royales and stuff like that. Like, yeah. And I wanted something with story. And I haven't played this game since, I think, 2019 or 2020. So, it's a fantastic game. Why not jump back into it? One of my favorite series of all time. I loved the first game, and this game was just beautiful. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh. Cause yeah, it's so weird to look at your Steam library and just be paralyzed about what to pick. And you just think, I want to play this, but I don't have the energy for it. Oh, he's stuck. Okay. Let me help you, sir. You seem to be having technical difficulties. Alright, perfect. Oh, and we got some cool greaves from it. So I don't think I've ever played the game on Nightmare mode. Well, I must not have, because I completely forgot that if you die, you lose everything, right? I think that's what the little warning in the beginning said, that you lose everything if you die in combat, which is definitely going to happen. You know, I'm not perfect at this game. Oh, hold on. Okay, giving me Prince of Persia vibes. I'm trying to get, I think the main thing I'm trying to get at the moment is a secondary weapon. And I'm pretty sure one of these guys drops one. Like a hammer or a mace, just something to vary up the moveset a bit. There we go. It's perfect. So now we have our heavy attack. I do like the hammer as well. I am a sucker for the hammer. The mace is nice. And like the gauntlets and the bucklers and all that are perfectly fine. But there's something about just the weight of a hammer that is just perfect. If you haven't played this game, I would recommend you play the series. Actually, to be fair, I'm not a fan of the third one. I just couldn't finish it. I think it probably does get better towards the end, and I think it's one of those games where you have to get through like the icky part to get the payoff. But I just can't stand it. I really can't. Fury, for me, is such an unlikable character, especially coming from War, who is just stoic and doesn't say much. He kind of just does what he's told. He's sort of like the good little soldier, but at the end he sort of gets some character development. And Death, who is just, he just seems tired all the time. He doesn't really have an opinion on things. He kind of just understands things have to be the way they are, and he understands his role in it all. But that's not to say he will just comply with everything if he doesn't agree with it. So since I've started this series, I've just adored Strife. I never really understood what kind of character they would make from him though, because he sort of became the comedy relief character, which I understand, considering that War was serious, Death was stoic, Fury was just absolutely insufferable because she was so angry all the time. There had to be someone to break up that pattern. I guess Strife was just the last one on the list. It worked, it definitely worked, but I never imagined him as comedy. Bonk. Dodge back in. Oh, it's so difficult when you don't have the skills that just connect each other. Like the Reaper counter dodge. I don't even have the charge attacks, do I? Ooh, that was close actually. Okay, but there we go. Oh, and the Reaper animations. I forgot how cool these were. Where he goes into his Reaper form, and it's like a cinematic finish. It does take away from the fact that, you know, it's not really you doing it, but it also kind of reinforces the idea that Death is still, like, whether I'm controlling him or whether the player is controlling him, he's still a bona fide badass. Well, there is charge attacks. Perfect. Wait, is there another one? Oh, there's Greaves, hold on. Gotta check out the stats. I like the RPG elements of this one. The first game was good, but that's more of like a hack and slash. It was more like a Zelda hack and slash, really. Enter dungeon, grab item that relates to the mechanics of that dungeon, and then you kind of... What's going on here? Hold on. There we go. Yeah, so you grab the item that relates to the mechanics of the dungeon, beat things up, fight the boss, and then maybe use that item once or twice throughout the rest of the game. But ultimately there was no gear progression unless you count the abyssal armor, but I don't really count that as gear, it's more like a skin. Yeah, but there was no real gear progression. War was just war, which worked at the time because I enjoyed the hell out of the game. I know it didn't have the most substance in terms of gameplay, but I had fun.
Keeper of secrets, I need your help.
I helped you once before, horseman. Look at me now. How I cursed that day. How I curse you.
Careful, Crowfather. I'm not here to put you out of your misery. Not yet.
Why should I care about your brother's fate?
Because you know the truth. Your secrets can save him.
The council will condemn war. Strip him of power, let him rot in oblivion. To hide the truth. My secrets cannot prove his innocence, horseman.
No, but they can help me to erase the crime.
Bring mankind back from extinction. Madness.
If it's madness, who better to show me the way?
You will take it back.
In exchange for its secrets, you agreed to keep the amulet.
No. The voices, they curse and threaten without end. They cry to return. You must destroy it.
I cannot.
You annihilated their flesh. Why do you guard their souls?
Open the portal.
You will not pass while I live.
So be it.
Would you kill your brother to save your precious balance?
He is innocent.
Are you so certain?
Oh my god, that entire first sequence is the reason I fell in love with this game and the reason I wanted to become a voice actor so badly. The amount of times as a child I have sat in my room or stood in my room in front of a mirror practicing that exact sequence, all of those lines. Just, oh my god, this game really was a definitive part of my childhood. And then you fight war. Oh no! I was so wrapped up in my nostalgia that I missed the quick time event. Okay, we'll get it again, The blade guys are still such an awesome move. Oh wait, you don't do the quick time event again? So if you miss it, that's it? It's so cool. It's so cool. It's even cooler because if you at the time I didn't know this, but when I got into the series more, there was a comic or a visual novel or something of the like, I don't know the exact term, but it's even cooler with that scene because there was actually a moment where War, I can't remember what happened, but I think he was taken by his bloodlust and he was just butchering humans, which obviously, you know, for the horsemen of the apocalypse to just come and start absolutely causing havoc to humanity, that's a big no-no in like the whole law of creation. So Strife, Fury and Death had to come and stop War, because I think War is technically the strongest. He's like physically he's the strongest. Death is the strongest in terms of age and I think magic. But it's cool because they had to stop war, and Death was actually the one who I think cut his arm off. I'm grinning. I've got the biggest grin on my face.
Open up the portal. Your secrets die with you, old fool.
My secrets, but not yours.
I guarantee you, if I had a voice like Michael Wincott, I would never stop talking.